All right, on to the next story. Well, our least favorite analyst, Jason Whitlock, aka Grimacelock, as I like to call him, is at it again. This time, he's throwing mad shade at former NFL offensive lineman Michael Oher, as you all know, who played with the Baltimore Ravens most of his career, won a Super Bowl, also got to another Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers. And also, he was the subject of the movie The Blindside, in which Sandra Bullock won a Best Actress Oscar for her performance. Now, recently, Oher has came out and filed a lawsuit against the Tuohys, saying that he did not get any rightful royalties from the book as well as the film. And he has since cut all ties with the Tuohys. The Tuohys, they fired back saying that's not true, that they treated him like family, but we all know that's BS. So Jason Whitlock has basically tried to put in his application to be the Tuohys defense attorney with all these tweets. Starting with this one right here, I quote, "Why do you think they have complete control over his finances? So far, he's never once said that. He's complained about his cut of the movie deal. You know, you can have a conservatorship / contract in place and never exercise any of it. There's no proof or allegation the Tuohys ever controlled his NFL money, or argues they cut a bad deal for him on the movie. That's it. You can be listed as a conservator and not act as a conservator. Happens all the time." No, the hell it doesn't. If it's a conservatorship, guess what? They have control of everything, including his money. Excuse me. Whatever he makes in the NFL, whatever he got from The Blind Side, the book and the movie, they had control of that. It's a legal document, Jason. And when money is involved, yes, most people do act on that right because they benefit from it financially. And yes, he did get a bad deal from the movie. That was his damn life story. All he got paid was peanuts. That movie made over $300 million worldwide. And he did not get his rightful cut. Definitely should have got more than what he ended up getting. And also, that movie made him look bad because Michael Oher in real life is an intelligent dude. Matter of fact, when he was in college, he was on the dean's list. But in that movie, they made him look like he was just a dumbass. Straight up dumbass who didn't know anything. And he said that movie has basically hindered him while he was in the NFL and has hindered him outside of the NFL. Because a lot of people think that the character portrayed in that movie is how he is in real life. And that's not the case. Here's some more of Jason Whitlock's tweets. Since news broke of Oher's legal action against the Tuohy family, the corporate media has recycled Oher's allegations without any real research or fact checking. It fits the mainstream media's approved narrative to paint a white Christian family as the oppressor of a young, naive, impoverished black youth, when in reality, it takes very little investigative skills to expose parts of Oher's claims. Well, all right, you're part of that same media, Jason. Where's your proof? Where are your claims at, Jason? Since you saying it's so easy to prove, where's your proof? Where's your fact checking? Did you talk to the lawyers? Did you talk to the Tuohy family? Did you talk to Michael Oher? No, you didn't. All you're doing is just because you see them as white, you think they're automatically the victims and not the perpetrators. And you've always done this. Every time, if it's a black person against a white person, you always defend the white person automatically no matter what, because deep down inside, Jason, you wish you were white. And if you could paint yourself white, you would in a heartbeat. You definitely would paint yourself white in a heartbeat. Like, why does this man who played in the NFL for 7 years, why would he have to lie on them? What does he have to gain by lying on them? Especially when his life story was made into a book and a movie. So what? He's just supposed to be happy that they took him into their home. He's not supposed to get what he rightfully deserves. He's not supposed to get his royalties. I mean, come on. That was his life that they used to write that book and to make that movie. Like, man, how dare you sit up and try to say that man is just lying on this family? And you trying to do the same thing that the mainstream media always does. You're trying to make the Tuohys look like these innocent, good Christian, heroic saviors, and try to make Michael Oher like this ungrateful Negro. Man, dude, you are like hopping Bob off of life. Matter of fact, you're worse than him. You are definitely worse than him, because Hoppin' Bob in a lot of ways was way worse than the white CEO. CEO, excuse me. Hoppin' Bob was way worse than that CEO. And you are just like him. You are more harsh to black people than anybody else. Very harsh. You try and make this dude, basically call this dude a liar. And also, you want to make him like he's stupid just because he played in the NFL, just because he played in the NFL. And this is another tweet I saw, Jason Whitlock, that just pissed me off to the highest level of pistivity. And this was an article he wrote for his paymaster, Glenn Beck at the Blaze. Here's this tweet. He said, the attack on the blind side and the Tuohys is a warning to white Christians to avoid trying to help the next Michael Oher, excuse me. Let me take off this banner. The headline reads, Whitlock, Michael Oher and the critics of the blind side. Matter of fact, let me type this up right quick. In fact, I ain't even gonna waste my time. But basically, what basically Jason Whitlock is saying, hey, don't try to help out another Michael. Don't try to adopt another black youth if you're a white Christian person, because they're going to turn on you like Michael Oher. Like, come on, man. How disingenuous are you, dude? That's very disingenuous. And also, you're painting this narrative like, oh, he's not grateful for that family to take him into their home. I'm like, well, what does he have to be grateful for? Like, yeah, they took him in and raised them as their, well, maybe treat them like their own. But guess what? In the end, he got ripped off by these people. Like, would you want to be loyal to anybody that ripped you off, Jason? No, you wouldn't. If you say yeah, you a damn lie. Matter of fact, if you say you would still be loyal to the same people that backstabbed you and took your money, man, I got a bridge and a few empty lots to sell you. Like, you always do this, Jason. You always throw mad shade at these black athletes. You know why you do it? Because you're jealous. You went to college and played college football, and no NFL team took you in the draft or even as an undrafted free agent. You've been pissed off ever since. You got pissed off jock syndrome. And also, you can't talk about anybody. At least Michael Oher We ain't heard about him being broke. We haven't heard about him committing any crimes ever since he's retired from the NFL. Pretty much he's been quiet up to this point. He's just now starting to say something about this whole situation. But you, on the other hand, dude, you get fired from everywhere you've been. You were a beat writer in Kansas City for the Chiefs. You got fired. You were with ESPN. You got fired. Matter of fact, none of the black folks wanted to even work with your ass at ESPN. And I'm not a fan of a lot of people that work at ESPN, but they damn sure saw what kind of snake in the grass you were. Then you get on a network perfect for you in FS1. You were appearing on Fox News shows all the time. You can't even hold that job. And it wasn't because of no contract dispute. They did that just so they could be nice and just say they tried to renegotiate with you, but they didn't want to bring you back. They weren't. Then on the flip side, you got with your so-called boy Clay Travis at Outkick. And matter of fact, you invested 500 G's of your own money into that platform, and he kicked you out for the dude who didn't even invest as much. And then not too long after Clay Travis threw you out like jazz, he sold it to Fox Sports for $10 million. Now you on your last leg here with the Blaze that doesn't beat anybody. Doesn't beat no network. But you sitting up throwing shade at this dude. But you always do this, Jason. Every time it comes to white people and black athletes, you'll side with white people in a minute and then throw shade at the black athlete. No matter who it is. But you try and say that his claims are lies. Well, where's yours? Where's your facts to back that up, Jason? You don't got facts, Jason. All you doing is you basing this on a lot of emotion and a lot of your own bias because you think that the Tuohys are not doing anything wrong. You want to paint them as these good white Christian saviors and paint Michael Oher as this dumb, unappreciative, stereotypical hood Negro. And how dare he not show appreciation to them? Like, he don't owe them anything. If he don't want to show his appreciation to them, that's his right. Just like anybody else. And he has a right to demand his damn money. They ain't got no business having no control over that man or his money. Because if they're so rich, like they're fronting, like they say they are, they wouldn't have took one damn dime of that man's money from that book or that movie. So, Jason, you better shut up and have several seats.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUs.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.